In this video, we are going back and we are looking into the prototype of the Imperial Settlers. So it's gonna be super amazing archives of the game design. Hello, this is Ignacy. This is Portal Games vlog. We record every single day for 100 days. This insane experiment that I'm doing, providing you content and attractive videos every single day. And today is a real treat. We are looking into the prototype of the Imperial Settlers. So for all of you who love the game, for all of you who know the game, I hope it will be very interesting journey. And we start with the information that I keep my all prototypes. All my prototypes are in my office. I keep them in boxes, like for instance this is the Russian edition of Imperial Settlers, and I put it here Imperial Settlers because it's on my shelf, blah 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 blah. And in this box I'm keeping all the stuff for the Imperial Settlers that survived over the years. So together we are looking into it, and to be honest I have no clue what I will find there. So we are doing it in a real time, a real experiment. Ready? There are cards. There's ton of cards. So yes, I have to go through all these cards and find what I can show in the camera. I mean, I can show everything, but what's interesting here, some papers, more papers. I recognize a couple of things, so we will start. You will have to focus today because I'll be showing things to the camera. Maybe you will use then later B-rolls. This is fun, I remember that. This is super important, I remember that. This is amazing. Okay, we have great stuff. So I will be now showing some stuff to the camera. Maybe Marek will then do some B-rolls to show you in a greater detail thing. So what you're looking right now, guys, and this is amazing, and my memories are getting back to me. It is insane. This is the sheet with all different variants of the buildings for the Imperial Settlers. There's a couple of different artists. We asked them to submit for us artwork, and we said that we want it to be like the video game queue, the little buildings. And a couple of artists was given this task and submitted to us artwork. As you know, we chose in the end Tomasz Jędruszek, Morano, famous artist. But here we see a couple of different styles. So I hope, yeah, this is golden. This is golden. So there was different versions. There was different artwork versions of the game before we picked the style that we wanted and ended up in a beautiful card game. Here, what we have here, this is insane. And I always say, a couple of episodes ago, I said in this vlog that all these crazy stories that you know from the articles, that you know from the interviews, are always true. I'm never making up the things. And this once again, one of my articles, I said that the whole purpose, the whole idea for the Imperial Settlers, be careful, I'm going to this camera right now. The whole idea for the Imperial Settlers was that I was playing 51st State with my wife, and she was terrifying me because she wanted to play more and more. And I was done. I didn't want to play 51st State anymore. And she came with this crazy idea to make a simpler version so she can play with our kids, which is insane. And I was desperate and said, okay, if she can play with my kids and I'm free from playing 51st State, that's cool. And I started taking 51st State and making it simpler version for my kids. And this is actually my notes, my early notes, and you can see the icons from 51st State and how they were supposed to work in this new fantasy version. So instead of attacking, you were just discussing, etc., etc. So this is a true page from my ideas. Instead of dealing, you were cooperating. Instead of attacking, you were buying. Instead of rebuilding, you were gaining knowledge. A couple of things that never made to the final game. That's interesting. So yeah, that is true. This one is fun. This one is golden. This is amazing stuff. Once again, in many vlogs I said that in 2014, some of you, Chevy, remembers the year. It was insane hype for the Imperial Settlers. I don't know how it happened. I was good with marketing back then. And people were just crazy about this game, and the game was going so strong. And here's the proof. That is what we found on our booth on I think it was Wednesday, the setup day, and Bruno Faidutti seriously wanted to have these Imperial Settlers, and he knew the game would be sold out, so he left us a note: "Hi Ignacy, please keep me copy of Imperial Settlers, Bruno Faidutti. We of course did. Mary has this beautiful picture with Bruno Faidutti holding copy of Imperial Settlers. It was fun times. 2014, Gen Con, magical moments. I have here also, once again, Marek probably will show you later in the Beatles, but I can now show you to the camera. The first prototype I did my whole amazing talent. Look at this beautiful cars. This is a prototype I did for my kids when they were supposed to play with my wife, and we have plenty of different cars, and I was drawing them myself and preparing this prototype. And these cars are here. The whole deck. I painted the whole deck for the game. And this is golden as well. So look at this. This is unfortunately in Polish, so you will not understand what's here, but you will at least see how I was thinking. Here you can see that in the middle you have all the major resources in the game, and then how I was building which faction, Romans, Egyptians, barbarians, etc., will work with different resources. So you can see that the Romans, they work with the stone, so they take the stone. Barbarians work with the wood. Asian, Japanese take the food, and Egyptians take the gold. So this is how I was designing the faction, and then the main features of the faction, how it works, what was interesting in this faction. So there was like an overall general strategy building of the theme of the game, how it should work, where are the strengths and the weaknesses of the faction. I have here also, and here we have, this is, guys, the original on eBay, thousands of dollars. On eBay, thousands of dollars. This is original card, original artwork from Joanna Kijanga. This is her font, this is her sketch. So quite the same like Ignacy. She likes to do her own artwork sometimes when she's building a prototype. So this is her card, her artwork. Yeah, I'm keeping such a thing because I'm crazy. But then when we have a charity auctions, when we have some contests, when we have some celebrations, it is a great way to give the gifts for you. Sometimes we have situations that we have a fan who has a birthday, and we know it because he's our true hardcore die-hard fan, and we surprise him, sending him something from the prototype, and I think this is a very touching moment for them. So I really like it. Here we have first ideas for the artwork. So we see here some Romans. I don't recognize this card. I think it never made it to the finals. Maybe this is like the first building. So now you see that in the final game we added so much more meeples, little people, the crowded cards. They are doing something. The first prototype, the first ideas. Here we have the pyramids, for instance. They were just buildings. We ordered the buildings, and when we got this prototype, we saw, okay, these buildings look awesome, but there is no life in these cards, and we need to make it crowded. Once again, one more card. Oh, this is in there. Once again, beautiful artwork, but empty. And then there was a decision, our artwork decision, life, people, fun stuff, little people, and we started adding people, and there's tens or maybe even hundreds of little dudes that we have like a separate files, and our artwork team, when they receive the artwork of the building, they start adding these meeples and making fun scenes. So this is not always the artist who's painting the building and the scene he's making a building, and then our artwork is adding all these meeples to the cards. I know what I have here because I found this a couple of months ago. So this is a sleeved card. But in this sleeve, and this is amazing, in this sleeve you have all the versions of the card. So you have here the thing that was almost ready to print, but before that was different edition, and before that was a previous edition, and before that there is a previous edition, and before that this is Ignacy's. Yes, this is Ignacy's version. So once again, it is beautiful to see how things were changing, and hey, I always say all I'm saying is true. So compare this card. This is the previous version. There's a one geisha, and we see she looks so sad being alone. So on this card, you have guys added by our artwork team to make it more crowded, to add more life to the cards. And I hope you can guys all that see, because I see that Marek is focusing with the camera, so you can see that. And this is true for all the cards. So I have the whole decks, all decks with all versions, the first version, the second version, the third version, and the final version. Once again, it's a great treat. I remember a couple of weeks ago we sent it to one of our fans as a birthday gift, and he can frame it in a beautiful canvas and put it on the wall and have a great thing from the Imperial Settlers. So that there's more cards, of course, more different versions, but I think we already saw a couple of interesting things. Forget this. Do you remember the contact cards from the 51st state? So this didn't make to Imperial Settlers, but really, Imperial Settlers at the very beginning was just a clone of 51st state. So here you have spend gold to get 3 swords. Do you see that? And the card is red. So it never made it to the game. What we have here, yeah, the blue one, spend an apple, deal with other players. So this is exactly how it is in a 51st state. This stuff never made it to the final game. So yeah, so this is a history of designing 51st Imperial Settlers. We have more and more notes here from different stages of the game. What we have here we have, oh, this is interesting. At the very beginning, as you can see, we planned that I will have 25 cards for each deck, and here are my notes how many cards are in the different card games, in the competitors. So I was counting how many cards we can put in our game and how to balance it. And there's more and more my notes, my design notes. They are in Polish, unfortunately, so even if Marek will show you, you will not understand what's there. So that was the traveling past. And now, goodbye this camera. I'm talking to this camera right now. That was opening my prototype box for Imperial Settlers. As I said, I have a ton of different boxes with different games, like Robinson Crusoe, like First Martians, like Rattle Battle, Grab the Loot, and all other stuff. I hope that this unboxing was interesting for you. As always, I will ask you to help us spread the word about this thing. But before we do that, before we go to the tractor, let's do the contest. So contest for you is you put in the comments below on YouTube your story, and I don't need like 5 paragraphs, like just a few sentences, how you discovered Imperial Settlers, how was your first game of Imperial Settlers, what made you buy or play Imperial Settlers. It is always for me super interesting how people decide going to the game store and seeing all these boxes, and at some point they say, this looks interesting, I will buy this, and they are taking Imperial Settlers and hopefully have a fun. So tell me how you get to the Imperial Settlers. It was a friend's recommendation, it was a reviewer saying that the game is amazing, it was just random buy, or whatever. So tell me in your comments how you discovered Imperial Settlers, why you got this game in your collection, and from these comments, from this feedback, I will choose randomly person who will receive this gift, and this gift is the sleeve. So the one chosen card from Imperial Settlers with all the variants from the past. So you have the final version and all the before variants. So the key story of creating the card. I hope it will be a nice gift for you. Please add in the comments which faction you want, because I have hopefully I have all the factions. I guess there is all the factions. So if you have your favorite one, Romans, Egyptians, Japanese, put in the comments that if you win, you want to have a card from this particular faction, and you will have a treat in your collection. So that was our contest for today. Time for the tractor, sir? I think so. So tractor is here and it's coming, and it's going like amazing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being in our community. Thank you for all the feedback below the videos. I saw a lot of comments under yesterday's video. I appreciate that. Once again, if you like this content, if you like this type of the videos, if you think this is interesting to see designers showing you the prototype of the game, give us a thumbs up so the YouTube see that this is interesting content. Please consider subscribing. We need more subscribers to YouTube to understand that this is an interesting channel for you. So we appreciate all the subscribes, we appreciate all the thumbs up, we appreciate all the comments. And as always, I hope to see you tomorrow. And as always, I appreciate the feedback. Tell me what you want me to show. Tell me what you want me to discuss. Give me topics for the ideas for the vlog, because this vlog is for you. I want to record for you and I want to create content for you. We ready, sir? See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.